I want to talk to you today about something that doesn't get said enough in this community. And it's not about bags, it's not about gear, it's not about plans or routines or bug out locations or freeze-dried food or water. It's about who you are. Because I think most people watching this channel, most people who's ever typed the word prepping into a search bar, most people who've been putting back food and water and quietly preparing for all these years while their neighbors looked at them sideways, I think most people think they need to apologize for it. They feel the need to apologize like you were overreacting or like you were paranoid or like they were right and you were crazy all along. Well, I'm here to tell you something. You're not crazy. You're the ones paying attention. Just sit and think about what the last few years have looked like. We've had shelves run dry. We've had power grids fail. We've had floods wipe out bridges and entire towns and cut people off from the supply chains for weeks at a time. And the people who had food ready and water stored and a plan didn't panic. They executed. We had a virus shut down the entire global economy and expose just how thin the supply chain actually is. One disruption, and the shelves were bare in 72 hours. And the people who've been quietly preparing, sometimes embarrassingly, they were just fine. You know, they called us crazy for storing food, and then the shelves ran dry. They called us paranoid for keeping all this cash on hand. Then the ATMs ran dry. They called us extremists for not wanting to rely on a system that we don't trust. And then the system failed, just like we said it would. Now, I need you to hear this next part clearly. What you've been doing, the unglamorous, unsexy, unpopular, having a plan and knowing your terrain and knowing your neighbors, it's not paranoid. That's love. It's love for your children, who shouldn't have to go without food because the supply chain broke down 1,000 miles away. It's love for your elderly parents, who should be able to stay warm when the grid goes down. It's love for your community, people in your neighborhood, the people on your street, the people who are going to need someone to turn to when everything goes sideways. It's love for a way of life, independent, self-sufficient, rooted in real skills, on real land. Something that this country's been systematically forgetting over the last 50 years. The people who built this country didn't wait for someone else to come and feed them. They didn't wait for a government agency to come and secure their water supply. They didn't outsource their family's safety to a supply chain managed by someone on the other side of the world. They knew their land. They knew their neighbors. They knew how to grow food. They knew how to store it. They knew how to protect it. And they knew how to share it. They knew how to fix what was broken, build what they needed, and survive whatever came their way. This isn't a history lesson. It's a blueprint. And you, the people watching this channel, the people who felt crazy for years, the people who kept going anyway, you're the ones keeping that blueprint alive. So let me tell you what I believe about the Ohio Valley. These hills, these hollows, these river towns, these communities, as you hear the neighbor kids having a ball next door. I believe this is exactly the kind of place that survives what's coming. Not because we're special, not because we're lucky, because we remember what most places have already forgot. We remember how to grow our own food. We remember our neighbor's name and mean it when we ask them how they're doing. We remember how to fix things instead of buying new ones and make do when things get tough instead of just running away. We remember that a community, a prepared, capable, honest, hardworking people is the most resilient structure ever built. More resilient than any government program, more resilient than any supply chain, more resilient than any system that requires electricity and internet and a functioning economy just to keep going. When the grid finally goes down, and it's going to go down, the Ohio Valley will still be standing. When the supply chain breaks, and it's going to break, the families in this region who had the foresight and the discipline and the love for their families to prepare, they'll be the ones still standing. When the system that everybody puts their faith into finally shows its cracks, and it's showing its cracks, the people like us who refuse to be fully dependent on that system, people in their communities will be turning to us. That's you. Not someday, right now. You're already that person. Every can of food you put back is a vote of confidence in your own family over a broken system. Every skill you learned, every fire you started, every gallon of water you stored, every route you walked, every plan you made, that's the Declaration of Independence in the truest sense of the word. Every time you chose to be ready instead of comfortable, every time you chose to be capable instead of convenienced, every time you chose to be awake instead of asleep, you were doing the most American thing you can do. So they call us crazy, but we were ready. And that's the only thing that ever mattered. Hey, if you're new to this community, welcome in. You're not crazy. You're not paranoid. You're just paying attention. And you're the kind of person that this community needs right now. If you've been here for a while, hey, keep going. The work you're doing matters. The people around you, well, they rely on you. They need you to keep going. And if you've ever felt alone in this, if you've ever felt like you're the only one in your circle taking any of this seriously, well, you're not alone. There's millions of us, quietly, patiently, stubbornly, getting ready. And we're right here. Stay ready, guys. Keep doing the work. It's important. We'll see y'all in the next one. Hey, guys. All of our videos now are sponsored by My Patriot Supply. Emergency food, water filtration, solar generations, and more. Go check them out. Link down in the description. And if you use that link, yeah, we do make a few pennies, but helps us keep doing what we're doing. Thanks a lot, guys. Go check them out.